Soccer fans, welcome to Harewood Centennial Park, Sherry Fields for this afternoon's PACWEST soccer matchup between the visiting Capilano University Blues from North Vancouver and your VIU Mariners! The VIU Mariners acknowledge that we are competing, practicing, and learning on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples. The lands of the Slanamuk First Nation, Talaman First Nation, and the Cowichan and Stanawas First Nation. We walk these paths together. At this time, fans, we'd like you to please rise if you are able and remove your headgear for our national anthem, O Canada.
Welcome one and all to a historic day for the VIU Mariners, the first regular season game they have played at Harewood Centennial Park. The Mariners enter this game a perfect 4-0, the #1 ranked team in the country, against the Capilano Blues team still searching for their first points on the year. These two met in the playoffs twice last year, VIU besting Capilano in the PACWEST Gold match. Then again, the bronze match at Nationals, Capilano getting the best of VIU that time, 1-0. Something of a homecoming for two particular Blues, Lauren Gray and Kai Belbin. They both spent time with Nanaimo United FC last season. Both starting goalkeepers today have not allowed a goal this season. Rhea Gill gets the call for Capilano. She's made 3 relief appearances so far, filling in for incumbent starter Rachel Lackman. Meanwhile, Caden Thorpe, she started almost every game for VIU this season, hasn't allowed a single goal. Both teams looking to keep that streak going. Will the Mariners continue to etch their name as the #1 team in the country, or will Capilano get their long-awaited first points of the year? Let's find out. We are underway. Glad to have you with us at Harewood. Courtney Ingram picks it off on the far side. She leads the team in goals with 3. Narduzzi giving chase. Caitlin Johnson sends it into the stands. And for whatever reason, the ball boys are on strike, or whatever you choose to believe. Thrown in, kicked back out of bounds. It'll go back to VIU. Bilbao tries to get to it. Goes out off of Isabella Bolognese. It's Hannah Wagner, the kid from Sequim, Washington, to throw it in. She finds Mary Huggle. She scored her first PACWEST goal last week against Capilano in a 5-2 road victory over the Blues, and now they've got a chance to get on the board again. From the near corner, hard to see amidst the fencing. Comes out Gignac, she's got a lane. Had the power, didn't have the right angle. And Rhea Gill will see her first action of the afternoon. Picked back in by Gignac. Good chance now for VIU, and they score! How about that? Speak of the devil, it's Mary Huggle. She got her first PACWEST goal against the Blues last week. And now she's got her second against the same opponent a week later. Continuing to apply the pressure. Wagner sends it across. Mariners will settle for a dump in. Still weighs her options. Somehow kept in bounds by Wagner. Bilbao sends ahead. Picked up by Harold.
Scored in the 3rd minute by number 9, Mary Huggle.
Thornton chips it ahead. Capilano team that's had their struggles on defense this season, despite the experience of their back line as it goes into the VIU bench. Thrown in. to center it. Goes up and over. Another corner kick for VIU. It's a full house here at Harewood. Headed up into the hands of Gill. And here are the many Blues fans that made the trek down from North Van. Back to Wagner. Freed with it now. Nearly had Thornton. It's a busy day for sports here at John Barsby Secondary. Mariners and Blues going at it here, and Nanaimo Timbermen playing just behind me. And off in the distance, the John Barsby Bulldogs. Jennings gets it ahead. Ingram chips it back out. Doozy nearly had it. Gignac chips it back. Freed with it now. Gets it again. Third time Freed. She wants Wagner. Gets it ahead to Dillabo. Dillabo might have a lane. She gets boxed out, able to stay with it. Lose it. Gets tripped up inside the box. Harold makes a nice move. Sardari nearly had it. Back to Capilano. Nichols. She scored the game winner against Douglas 2 weeks ago. Dillabo gets on her horse. She beats the offside line, tries to center it, and they get past Gale. It's 2-0 VIU. hard to keep up with all the whistles going on between this and the Timbermen as that clears the fence nearly. Off the head of Belbin, she dressed as a backup goalkeeper in Nanaimo United's first game last year against Evolution.
VIU Mariners goal, scored by number 21, Brianna Narduzzi.
First goal of the season for Brianna Narduzzi as she doubles the VIU lead. Bolognese throws it in, she gets it to Harold. Back to Belbin, goes over her head and back to VIU. Dillabo, able to stay with it. He's got a lane. Jay Dillabo gets loose. Just to navigate her way through the defense. She finds Narduzzi, potentially looking for her second. Nearly had it. Jada Cameraman just a few inches off. Nichols back to Corrales at the expense of VIU possession. It'll be Capilano ball. Potential chance for Capilano. Reed twirls with it. Wagner. Back to Creed. Here we go again. She wants Dillabo. But she can't beat the offside line. Members of the men's team for the Mariners in attendance today. They'll be on this pitch in a few hours. But right now they're watching the women, Kristen Harewood Centennial, the best way they know how, by winning. And they've got a chance to keep the ball rolling here. Cameraman tries to center it. Nichols chips it back in. It'll be VIU ball. Kick coming for Gill. Over the head of Thornton. Johnson nearly had it, and Wagner gets taken down. And a Wagner. Like a traffic cone after a few hours at the 6 Mile. Free kick for Nichols. She scored twice this way before. She'll have to wait a bit longer for number 3. Wagner again. Twice now she's been taken down. And the men standing just a few feet to my left are irate. Take 2 on the kick from Nichols. Doesn't quite have the angle. Bolognese sends it ahead to Johnson. Johnson able to stay with it. Chip back ahead. No chance for Dillabo. It'll be a goal kick for Gill. I spoke with Bobby Taylor this morning. She emphasized the importance of not underestimating Capilano because of the experience of their back line. Couldn't get to it. No way they miss that. It'll go back to Capilano. Free kick now for the Blues. Not so much of a wall in front of Thorpe, but more like scaffolding. Comes out to Thornton. She gives it the boot. Dillabo heads it up. Tries to find Narduzzi. She has VIU's second goal today. Mary Huggle has the first. Courtney Ingram, she's got 3 on the year. She may have an assist. Not a chance now for VIU. Out comes Gill! They can't quite center it, and they still can't get to it. Third chance, it goes beyond the line. A hard-pounding sequence right on Rhea Gill's doorstep. Now a chance for VIU to make it all worthwhile. Can they do it here? They'll have to wait a bit. Cameron makes a nice move. Up over the hands of Gill. Looked like a goal for just a moment. That one nearly clears the fence. It'll go back to VIU. They've dominated possession so far. Out of bounds off Thornton. Back to Hoggle. She collides with Ingram. Kai Belbin drops it back. Gray gives it the boot. She sends it to no man's land. Capilano retains the ball. Blatant trip there. It's an unexpectedly physical game so far. It'll be a free kick for Capilano. Caden Thorpe has not allowed a goal this year, and she doesn't intend to start now. To get Capilano on the board and cut the lead in half. But it didn't have enough curl in it, and it's a goal kick for Caden Thorpe. Wagner, back to Creed. Across it to Nichols. Narduzzi, back to Nichols. Creed again, she's gonna go for a ride. Kicks it back to Wagner. Near the touch line, comes back to Thornton. Wagner again, nearly had Dillabo. Past Bolognese. Ferguson has to backpedal. She gets it to Gill. Back to Ferguson. Narduzzi in hot pursuit. Ingram the switch. Gray sends it to the outer limits. Kicked away. Now a chance for VIU the other way. Narduzzi sends it across and well beyond the goal line. Rhea Gill, have yourself a goal kick. Off of Thornton. Harold nearly had it. Hoggle evades it. And head to Ingram. The Blues have had their chances, but they haven't been able to convert on them yet. Ferguson to Gill, back to Ferguson. Gill again. Over to Gray. Across Ferguson. Ferguson gives it a ride. Good block there by Kiana Sardari. Blues continue marching up the pitch. The throw in from Johnson comes over to Bolognese. She sends it well out of bounds and back to VIU. Dillabo gets tripped. Nichols. Nearly had cameraman, but the offside line has other plans. Free kick for Capilano. Ingram out of the line. Bolognese skies it. Huggle sends it back down. Narduzzi with it now. Here come the Mariners the other way. Thornton able to get loose. She tries to center it. Ferguson has other plans. Dillabo boxed outside. Goal kick for Gill. Not too many people here happy about that. Comes out to Wagner. Dillabo sends it ahead. Narduzzi loses it. Ferguson sends it across. Thornton tries to intercept. Huggle with it now. She gets deked by Harold. Mariners get it back. Capilano still applying pressure. Mariners forced to retreat to the back line. Creed gets it across. Nichols backpedals back to Creed. Blues able to keep it in bounds. Chases on. Sardari can't keep it in bounds. Goal kick coming for Caden Thorpe. As we're deep into the first half, Mary Huggle and Brianna Narduzzi have your goals so far for VIU. Capilano does not have a goal yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get one before the end of half. That's going to beat the offside line. Question is, can Dillabo convert? She's had her chances before. Goes beyond the touchline. Dillabo gets shot down out of bounds. And she does not look all right. The officials demanding immediate medical attention. Not the kind of thing you want to see. Especially from one of your key offensive contributors. He does look to be all right. Now return to your regularly scheduled goal kick. Take two on the kick. Kendall tries to get to it. Bolognese tries to get it ahead. Johnson with it now. She tries to get past Wagner. She can't. Harold able to keep it in bounds. Trying to keep possession. Huggle hustling after it. Creed at the back with it. Nichols chips it ahead. She finds Ingram. Narduzzi gets banged up. They play on. Creed keeps it in bounds. Blatant head-to-head hit inside the box. Still they play on. Halfway through the 34th minute, Huggle and Narduzzi have your goals so far. Good day for sports teams on Vancouver Island. Both the BC Lions and the Victoria Royals won last night. So I get something to bully my friends online with. Assuming that this stream even finds him, which is unlikely. I've tried showing him these things before. Here's Thornton at center. She gets tripped up. Huggle blows a tire. Here's Dillabo again. She can't keep it in bounds. It goes back to Capilano. Thornton tries to poke it ahead. Headed out by Creed. Belbin tries to get to it. Here's Dillabo with it now. Wagner out of bounds off of Kiana Sardari. Couldn't keep it in bounds. A lot of growing pains for the Blues under their first-year head coach, Charlotte Ring. She and Andrea Standerwick were assistants under the man who led them to PACWEST silver and national bronze last year, Dennis Kindle. Here come the Mariners again, and it pinballs beyond the line! Might have just rested there. They're saying it went in, and it's 3-0 VIU. It's Brianna Narduzzi again. She didn't have a goal entering today. Now she's got 2.
VIU goal scored in the 37th minute by number 21, Brianna Narduzzi.
I apologize for the confusion on that goal. I thought it was just resting on the line. A chance for Capilano the other way. Sardari can't keep it in bounds. Nichols gives it the boot. Out comes Gill to play it. Temporary fix at least. Some child in the stands has just figured out how to use the mister. Can't blame them. It is a hot day here in Nanaimo. Here come the Mariners again. They try to center it. Dillabo can't hustle after it in time. That ball's got a good bit of height to it. Ingram, off the hands of Gill and over. To the corner they go. Hoggle. Not a particularly smart play from the Mariners, but then again, there's a reason that Bobby Taylor is on the bench and I'm not. Off the throw in. Wagner chips it back to Thorpe. This is the first time the Blues have faced Thorpe this season. When the Mariners were in North Vancouver last week. Brooke Ingram guard the net. Here comes Nichols from well outside. That's going beyond the line. As we near the end of the first half. Mary Huggle had the first goal. Brienne Narduzzi's had both that come after. Thornton sends it across. Chipped up by Harold. Mariners have to hurry if they don't want to turn it over. Thorpe, the Kimberly native, sends it to Nichols. One of the more accomplished players on the Mariners backline. She was a two-time national champion with the UBC Thunderbirds. And Thornton takes the hit. Three minutes gone by. Will be a long ball from Nichols. She scored twice this way before. And she nearly had a third. Entering the final minute of the first half. Huggle and Narduzzi have combined for VIU's 3 goals. Comes out to Ingram. She's got 3 on the year. She makes a nice move, swings it towards the net, and Gill gets back to it in time. An instinctive sequence from the Capilano keeper to prevent any collateral damage. applying constant pressure. Comes out to Dillabo. She sends it ahead, but there's no chance for VIU to score there as Gill picks it up. Thornton gets tripped up again. Both teams will have 2 extra minutes to work with. Cameraman nearly had it. Throw in from the far corner, comes out to cameraman. She set the freshman record for starts in a season for Tarleton State. Before her brief career with the Texans, she also played basketball and ran track at Nanaimo Christian. Thornton gives it the boot, but she hits the wrong net. And the first half is in the books. VIU will have at least 45 more minutes to protect a 3-goal lead. And if you're the #1 team in the country, you couldn't ask for a better start. Second half coming up in just a bit.
VIU Mariners, your home team, leading the visiting Capilano Blues 3-0 after the first half. Fans, we thank you very much for joining us here for our first ever PACWEST regular season game here at Sherry Fields at Herwood Centennial. We'll have 3 more home games. Dates to go after this game day is finished. Make sure to follow our schedule and all of our teams on gomariners.ca. We also thank our game day sponsor, Fort Modular, for support of VIU Mariners women's soccer. to take this opportunity to give our gratefulness and thanks to our women's soccer sponsors, including today's game day sponsor, Fort Modular. Also thank you to Junk in Our Trunk, True Consulting, Top Trade Insulation and Attic, VIU Solutions, Valhalla Outfitters, Tide Soccer, STM Marketing Group, Fall River Logging, Alair Homes, Jordan River Limited, Our Destiny, First Principles Engineering, Element Spa, McElhaney, Country Grocer, Payne Law, Seaview Glass, Creekside Physiotherapy, Limbera Seafood, Stone Pacific, Yellowknife Bay Sundogs, Sandy Dick, Anne-Marie Graham, and Corinne and David Huggle. We thank them and you, the fans, for your support of VIU Mariners Women's Soccer. Like to recognize now our Country Club Dairy Queen fan of the game. Congratulations to our fan of the game, Tori Hotman.
Yeah, Tori! Let's go, girl.
Big thank you to our friends at Country Club Dairy Queen sponsoring our fan of the game and player of the game awards. You've earned yourself a nice free blizzard, courtesy of Country Club Dairy Queen.
That's my best friend.
First date ever. You're the super. Hey, I am too. No, of course
second half kickoff here between the Capilano Blues and VIU Mariners. Just a reminder, we also have a men's match this afternoon between the Blues and Mariners. Kickoff scheduled for 3 p.m. And we invite you back to the pitch here tomorrow for the rematches between Capilano and VIU. Women's kickoff at 12:30, men at 3. For more information, check out our website, gomariners.ca. Second half kickoff, Capilano, VIU.
Second half is underway. We welcome you back to Harewood Centennial Park. Mariners lead the Capilano Blues 3-0. With it on the far side. She's got 2 goals today. They're applying a lot of pressure early. 3 turnovers so far, all of them against Capilano, not even a minute in. Huggle. She had the first goal for VIU. Nichols. Back to the line. Musselman sends it ahead. so far this half. Well, they nearly had a shot there. Rhea Gill continuing to be outstanding today for Capilano. As she makes another diving save. Same corner and everything. Cameraman nearly picked it off. She scored the season opener against Douglas. This time it goes to Capilano as they look to get on the board. This time it goes back to VIU as Wagner gets tripped up. Here's Nichols. Mariners have had a lot of production come from their back line this season. Here comes Cameraman. She tries to beat out Gable, but the ball beats out both of them. It'll be a corner kick from the near side. Katie Musselman will be the executioner. She does not have a point yet this year, but there's no better time to get your first as it comes out. Kick back up into the hands of Gill. Nichols. Musselman ahead. Over to Huggle. Pather tried to get to it on the far side. She leads the Blues in assists. Capilano only has 3 goals on the season. Kiana Sardari has 2 of them. The other one came from Kai Belbin. Throw in from the far corner. Out of bounds off Capilano. Mariners looking to continue their rally. Throws it in. She finds Nichols. Musselman ahead. Kept in bounds. Comes to Nelson at center. Harold tries to pick it away. Morris nearly had it. Jada Cameraman tries to get to it. Megan Ferguson beats her out. Gill chips it back. Gignac fighting for it. She was the last to touch it as it rolled beyond the touch line. Out of bounds again. It'll be another throw in for Capilano. Good slide tackle there from Cameraman. Nelson tries to get loose, and she gets tripped up at around the 35. The officials put their whistles away. Musselman has to kick it back into the bench. Foul against VIU. It's a free kick for Capilano. Be the midfielder Amelia Mori, who puts the toe on it. Harold tries to keep it in bounds. Nelson kicks it out. It's a goal kick for Caden Thorpe. Cameraman has to leg it. No fear of an offside, but very much fear of Vienna Gable. She takes down Cameraman. She gets right back up. Gable kicks it out of bounds. And now the Mariners will get to work. Be Katie Musselman. Puts the toe on it. Over the head of Nichols. Comes out to center. Mary Huggle waiting for it. She had VIU's first goal today. Musselman sends it ahead. Here come the Mariners again. Gable intercepts. Tipped out by Pather. Here's Harold. Over to Pather. It won't stay in bounds and it'll go back to the Mariners. In the fledgling stages of the 58th minute now. Huggle had 1, Narduzzi had 2. The Mariners have a total of 3. They've got a chance at 4 right here. Gignac tries to get to it. It's kicked out of bounds. Huggle tries to get to it. Nelson tries to get to it. Goes past Huggle. Off the body of Gignac. And the right thigh of Leah Harold, the Sutherland secondary alum. Good chance now for Capilano. Pather keeps it in bounds. Can't beat the offside line. Look at the Mariners and how they've played teams all season long. They've got the makings of a title contender. They've got the firepower to back it up. I mean, they scored 5 goals against the Blues last week. But really, it's the back line that's been the key to their success. They just slowly take teams down like a boa constrictor. Thornton walks in and scores! Emma Thornton! It's a 4-goal lead for VIU, and that may be the one that breaks Capilano's back. Emma Thornton, take a bow. That's her 3rd goal on the year. Now tied with Courtney Ingram for the team leading that category.
Emma Thornton.
Weldon tries to get loose. Kicked down by her opposite number, Jada Kammerman. Here she is again. Nichols chips it back. Musselman back to Nichols. Nichols goes for the long ball. Narduzzi rushes after it. She's got 2 today. Here's Cameraman. Chips it over to Nelson, back to cameraman, out comes Gill to make the save. Between the legs of Cameron, but it doesn't amount to much for Capilano. Men's match for VIU and Capilano is coming up in just a few minutes if you're still in the mood for soccer. Nichols loses it. Comes out to Belbin, off the body of Nelson. Lots of family ties for the Mariners. And we got another foul. Courtney and Brooke Ingram, sisters on the women's side. And Jetta Nelson. Just a few minutes, she'll get to see your brother Connor take the pitch. Emma Thornton and Mary Huggle check out for the Mariners.
VIU Mariners substitutions, exiting game number 3, Jada Cameron, number 4, Emma Thornton, and number 9, Mary Huggle. Entering the game for the VIU Mariners, number 17, Naomi Darku, number 26, Tiana Chow, and number 2, Julia Sanderson.
Fresh set of bodies come on for VIU. Nichols waits. Offside line not a concern, but there's no one within 6 feet of that ball except for Gill. Halfway through minute number 66. Brianna Narduzzi's 2 goals, sandwiched between Mary Huggle and Emma Thornton. Chips it up. Comes over to Darku. One of the recent subs for VIU. Gable gets it across to Jennings. Capilano playing with a lot more urgency now. Kai Belbin kicks it out of bounds, giving Capilano time to reset, but it doesn't come easy. Belbin with it now. And she gets leveled by Darku. We're in the nice minute now, as Capilano continues to slowly creep up the pitch. 4-goal lead for VIU. Comes out to Belbin. Nelson sends it ahead. Back in bounds by our cameraman and PA announcer, Matt Carter. He's a man of many talents. Kept in bounds, Narduzzi can't get to it. Now she can. But it doesn't amount to much. Nichols. She gets it again. Sister of former Mariner Georgia Nichols. Kept in bounds by Capilano, but they might as well have turned it over. Chance for Gignac down the near side. Kicked out of bounds. Clever play there from the first-year defender, Megan Ferguson. Played for Venus FC in the past. Alongside one of her opponents today, Katie Musselman. The latter served as the captain of that team. Went on to a Spring Selects League title this past year. Bellotti checking in place of Kai Belbin. Productive outing, all things considered, for the fifth-year midfielder. Tiana Chow getting her first home action of the season. Nichols, as it's chipped up into the hands of Gill. For the Blues now. Vienna Gable comes in on the near side. Got back to Pather. She sends it skyward. Comes out to Nelson, who gets tripped up. No calls coming as it was a mutual trip. And Caden Thorpe dives on it. Minutes, nearly 74 gone by here at Harewood. VIU still holding on to a 4-0 lead. Narduzzi's had 2. Huggle and Thornton have had 1 each. Harold. Pushed out by Gignac. Gignac gets it back on the boundary of the touch line. Nelson blows a tire. Here come the Blues the other way. Thorpe not going to take any chances. She's smart to do that. Nichols has to kick it out of bounds, nearly over the fence. Would have been a golden opportunity for Sam Macheo. As we have an injured Blue. A slightly hobbled one. Said and done. It'll be VIU ball. Nelson drops it back to Nichols. Here come the Mariners the other way. They try to center. Right on the doorstep. Potential chance for the Blues the other way. Caden Thorpe remains perfect. Here comes Harold. She just has to kick it out of bounds. Subs coming on for Capilano. Johnson, who started the game, checks in. Mariners still have a 4-goal cushion to work with. Here come the Blues down the far side, and it's in the hands of Thorpe. Darku chips it ahead. She feeds it to Nelson. She loses it. Has to try and retain it. Amidst a sea of Blues. Comes to the far side and back to VIU. Into the 80th minute now. Darku tries to get to it. She does. In the corner. Comes over to Chow. That one's in a different park entirely. Will have, I want to say, around 12 minutes at the very least to protect their lead. But I mean, it being 4-goal lead, not exactly the hardest thing in the world to do. Darku swings it towards the net and wide. It's a goal kick for Gill. Here come the Mariners again. Harold tries to get something going for Capilano. She might have it here. Sent to the far boundary by Wagner. Kept in bounds. Thorpe back pedals. Sends it back ahead. Darku chips it up, tries to get it to Nelson. Gignac there to pick up the loose change. Amelia Sanderson chips it ahead. Gignac tries to get to it, she can't. Another chance now for the Mariners. They shoot and they score! From right outside the box, I believe it'll go to Maggie Thurbide. And this is turning into a runaway. It's 5-0. And you hear it from there in the stands. They want 6. Not entirely impossible, given how the Mariners have played. A massive collision there. Sanderson and Gable get tied up.
By number 16, Maggie Thurbide.
That'll be Thurbide's first goal of the year. At this point, the Mariners can just start playing keep away. Or they can give the crowd what they want and go for 6. Chipped out by Bellotti. Ferguson sends it across. It goes back to VIU. Brianna Narduzzi has 2 goals for VIU. Other 3 have come from Huggle, Thornton, and Thurbide.
Entering the game, number 9, Mary Huggle.
Mary Huggle checks back in. Potentially she can get her second. In pursuit. Kicked away by Huggle, who just came back on. league titles with the Canmore Wolverines in her prior playing days. Nelson misses the tackle. Kicked out of bounds. Gable just going to chip it back to Gill. This is the same kind of thing that we see tomorrow. Mariners could potentially lock up a playoff spot by the end of this week. Chanel Morris has to kick it out of bounds. The final minute before any added time. That's the rough thing about having two crowds here today. If you're alt-tabbed or watching something else, you won't know when it's ended, but there it has. A decisive 5-goal victory for the #1 team in the country. Yet another shutouts for Caden Thorpe on the year. Men's match coming up in just a bit. So if you're still in the mood for soccer, all you got to do is wait a few minutes. Until next time, on behalf of Matt Carter, Danielle Hyde, our entire production team here at Vancouver Island University, I'm Caleb Green saying so long, and we'll see you next time.
Just a reminder, we have our men's match coming up at 3 p.m. Stick around for that. We also invite you back to the pitch tomorrow afternoon for the rematches between VIU and Capilano. Women's kickoff at 12:30, men's kickoff at 3. For more information on our teams and schedules, check out gomariners.ca. In a moment, we'll announce our Country Club Dairy Queen player of the game. Again, a big thank you to Country Club Dairy Queen, sponsoring our Player of the Game Awards. Free Blizzard, your Player of the Game from the VIU Mariners, number 21, Brianna Narduzi.